morning, folks. I did not go into work with the boys this morning because last night at about 5 o'clock I got a phone call from an elderly woman. She's about 84 years old. She said that a couple of months ago she was smelling something in her basement, and she said she doesn't have a good ability to smell. She's very old. I think she said she's 84.
Stay in the left lane.
So for a few months she didn't really do anything about it. People kept coming over. As soon as they walked in the house, they said they smelled this terrible odor. So a friend of hers went down in the basement and he saw oil and water in the basement. So she called her oil furnace guy. He said sure enough there's some kind of spill. He said he didn't know where it was coming from. I'm not that confused as me. I don't know, it's probably going to come from an above ground oil tank if there's one in the basement. And she may have been told this, I don't know. But I went onto the DEC database and no one called this in. So yesterday there was an adjuster there. She didn't know who the adjuster was. She doesn't know who her homeowner's insurance is. She just knows where she pays her mortgage. So I said this is something I've got to go help this woman out. So she's in Shokan, New York. This is up past Hurley, past Kingston. So it was an hour and 30 minutes to get there. I'm almost there. I'll put this head cam on, look like an idiot, and we're gonna go meet this lady and see what she's got going on. Try to get as much information from her carrier. She doesn't have any money for this remediation, but I mean, my concern is why whomever has gone there has not immediately set up exhaust fans, because I guarantee the air quality is not good in there. And when I was speaking to her last night, she kept hacking, so I thought maybe she was a heavy smoker. She doesn't smoke. So she said she's had a cold for 2 months, ironically the same time this spill has occurred. So I have a feeling she's hacking because of this odor. So that's where we're headed right now. We will see you there. Okay, this is the entrance to her home. I swear I always feel like an idiot with this head cam on, boy.
Arrived.
I smell oil right now. Hi, Patricia.
Hi.
Boy, that smells terrible.
I know. Sorry about
Don't
that.
mind this. I have this for the insurance carrier.
Oh, okay.
So I document everything.
Okay, you're my friend Brian?
I'm your friend Brian.
I talked to your daughter this morning.
And she's a wonderful gal.
Yes, she is a wonderful
All right.
gal.
So,
Yeah, you're fast.
so say again?
You're fast.
We don't mess around. When I hear this kind of story, I need to get up here. And my first impression when I walk in, it's worse than what I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
The odor up here is terrible. The air quality is terrible. So something's got to get done. How do you do finding an insurance?
Oh, I got the number and I gave it to your daughter.
Beautiful. Okay, great.
I found it like 2 hours after I talked to you.
Good
and I
girl.
Went, God, it's about 10 o'clock.
Oh, I don't go to bed till about 1. So you have my cell.
Okay, well, I'm not going to call you at 10
Okay.
o'clock at night.
So what's the name of the insurance
I
carrier?
don't know. I just have the phone number.
You have the phone number for the guy that came out here?
No, I have the number that I had to call. My insurance is about to lapse the end of this month.
Okay.
And they sent me a letter that said it's about to lapse.
Do you-
I want to refill it or do I? So I called them and told them what my problem was, and they said, well, they would send a
Do you have that letter?
yes.
I would like to take a picture of that letter, please.
Actually, you will see why I can't find anything. Everything's all over the place.
But it's all over the place, but in a spot where you know where everything is.
Well, I knew it was here someplace.
Great. Let me just take a picture of that if you don't mind.
I don't care.
I'm actually a little blown away that somebody has come out here and they haven't taken care of it already.
Well, they may have. The guy that came here, Xavier, he only came here on Monday, and he said he would make a report to the insurance company, but it doesn't say the insurance company's name.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But
All right, so I'm going to go downstairs and take a look a little bit. All right?
Good luck.
Thank you.
See, I don't smell it up here.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know, everybody said
It's
when I
terrible.
come in.
I was unable to bring. I have a PID meter. It's a meter that tests air quality. I wish I had it today because I could have shown you how bad it is.
Okay, I know it's bad, even though I don't smell it. Everybody else.
Well, because you're accustomed to it now, so you've been breathing it for all this
I didn't smell it when I first went on.
Yeah.
My son drove me home. I was staying at his house, and he drove me home, and he was going to stay overnight and then go home after that. And I woke up the next morning. My car was gone, and so was he. He said, I couldn't stay there.
Yeah, you see?
Well, I know. And then
Well,
my
the
friend
younger
said-
generation, they're soft, Patricia.
Well, my friend, who's not that generation, she's not as old as I am, but she's pretty old. She said, I
All right.
can't be there. My eyes run, my nose runs.
Let me look at this. The first thing you need to do is we need to keep the basement door closed.
Okay.
Yeah, so that air doesn't come up. Wow. So this has just all been stained. It looks like it's been... Is there any more lighting in here? No. Looks like the burner has been leaking. And it's a fairly new burner. And it looks like look at all that right there. That looks like it's leaking from the outside in, and it's all the way around. Wow, that's oil. All this product's got to get out of here. These mattresses, this all has absorbed oil. This place has to have a sump pump. All this stuff has to get thrown away. That's pure oil right there. And I'll show you. These are oil absorbent pads. So if I pick this pad up and I put it here, you'll see it'll turn red. There it is. That's pure oil. He's living down here like this. An insurance adjuster came here yesterday and did nothing. The door was open. There needs to be exhaust fans down here. This door needs to stay open. Probably Bilco doors. That needs to stay open. What a surprise, a bottom feed. Inch and a quarter vent. When they're filling it, builds up head pressure on the tank. Yeah, see, it looks like they had a problem because these are all new lines right here. So it looks like there's a problem. This entire pad is red from oil. So that's obviously leaking. And here is our sump pump that is full of red oil. So that means all this contamination, this oil, is being pumped outside into the ground. So this is why I smelt oil when I pulled up. And I do not see the discharge here. And we've got a little stream back here. And we got poison ivy. Well, we got frogs still alive. I don't know where the discharge is. It's normally at the lowest point of a home. The first thing I would do is empty everything out of here. We got to set up exhaust fans. Insurance carrier's got to get involved because she has no money. I'm going to say that discharge comes somewhere out of here. It's right in this area. If you see, it looks like there's some kind of trenching right here. I do not see it though. But it does look like there's a trench, and it does look like it's the center of the basement here. I mean, that's an oil spill right here. That's because it's actually came out of the basement. You can see it right there. That's all oil. I don't understand. That sump pump comes right out here. And they unplugged it. It's not even working. The odor in here is pretty bad. They attempted to put down a so-called speedy dry, but it's dirt. They just put dirt down. And if there's a possible floor drain here, because everything looks like it's tapered to the middle, we got to see where the floor drain discharges. Wow. Well, she can lock intruders from coming in here. Leave that door open and let her know. This is all, carpet's all saturated. Patricia,
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely terrible.
And you know, I told your daughter this. After I talked to you last night, I felt so much better. I was so depressed about it. I haven't gotten anything.
Well, let me, I got to go to bat. I got to try to find somebody because the information you gave me is just your mortgage company. So I'm going to have to call them. I may have to have them call you.
Okay.
So you give me permission to speak on your behalf, to consult.
Sure.
But I'm going to start getting pissed off at these people because this should have been called into the DEC. Board of Health should be you shouldn't be in this place. There should be
I'm not moving.
fans. I know you're not. I knew that before I said it to you.
You know, my son and daughter want me to move out of here. But I love this house. I know it's not going to make house beautiful, but
Yeah.
it is so comfortable for me.
Well, I can understand that, but right now downstairs there's a $50,000 cleanup. All that stuff that's down there may be valuable to it. It's got to get thrown away.
Okay.
You got a bunch of ski boots. You got mattresses.
I know.
Did you know that the sump pump has been unplugged?
Yeah, they unplugged it because they were afraid that it might. Well, did you look at inside?
I did.
Well, that's part of
There's
the
pure red oil in there.
Yeah. Well, that's why they unplugged it, because they were afraid.
Who's they?
A friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they weren't. It was
Who's your oil company?
a better choice.
Well, that may be something you may be looking to do, is find a better choice for your oil distributor, because I think they're possibly partial to blame here. There could have been an overfill. I don't see holes in the bottom of your tank.
There's a hole someplace, but.
Yeah, so why haven't they offered to repair that?
Oh, I didn't even ask them.
I mean, why haven't they set you up on a temporary tank?
Like, what the hell do I do? Everybody.
Yeah, I got
gotta
this.
take care of it.
I got it. Let me
I
start.
know what to do, and
I do.
Everybody's been yelling at. Well, damn, I know.
I know what to do. I know exactly what to do, but I just have to start making a bunch of phone calls.
Okay.
And I'm a little pissed off.
$50,000 certainly.
Yeah, that's inside. Where that sump, do you know where the sump pump discharge is?
Probably out right on the side of the house.
Yeah, it's underground, so I couldn't really tell, but you have a stream there. So it's going to be going into the stream.
Well, that's actually not a stream. That's a drainage ditch.
Okay. Does it pool into a larger body of water?
No, it just is there to catch.
It's just like swamp?
Yeah, it's swamp.
Okay.
That was my.
But there are frogs alive, so that's a good sign. But yeah, this has got to get cleaned up right away. So let me make a bunch of phone calls, and I'll be talking to you today.
As I said, you made me. Not sure I'm going to clean up the house, but I'm going to at least make an attempt.
Yeah, no, you're fine up here. You're fine up here. Also,
Not fine.
well, that basement door right here,
Yeah.
I closed it and locked it.
Okay.
Keep that closed, keep that locked. The one over by the tank needs to be open.
Yeah, that should be open.
Well, it wasn't. So
The guy came, and I know he left it open. I kept saying, it's hard for me to go up and down the stairs.
It is. So do you have somebody that can come over here later?
Not really.
No. So can you eventually go down to that door?
No, I do.
So at nighttime, maybe go down and close it so no little critters come in, or if somebody doesn't come in.
Yeah.
But always keep
I
this.
I could have done it, but I was lazy. I told you, I haven't done a damn thing since that
Okay.
happened. I mean, I survived. But
All right. So, but this door right here, this basement, always has to stay closed. Okay. Always. Unless you've got to go down there for a reason.
the wash.
And what about, it's a beautiful day. Maybe we can open up a couple of windows here and get a cross breeze, and because it's terrible up here.
The other day when it was really nice, I had the.
Well, it's going to be 78 today, so.
Well, I think I could.
Let's get some fresh air in here. If you crack that just a little bit and open that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I would do that anyway because I
Okay.
like fresh air in the house.
Okay. All right. Let me go to work.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Like I said, you changed my life around.
Oh, give me a, well, not yet. I'm on it though.
You gave me hope, and I have.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. That I'm on this though. I'm a little pissed off too. The oil company should have taken care of you. There is possibly a leak. They put a new oil line on, didn't they?
See, I have two different things. The oil company just delivers the oil.
Right.
JSP is the one who, I've got a brand new furnace down there.
I saw that.
It's about a year and a half old. $9,000 for that furnace, and I'm still paying on it,
All right.
obviously. So the people who gave me the furnace, take care of whatever matters, any repairs that I have done.
So have they seen this mess?
Yes, they were the ones who cleaned it up in the first place.
Well, they didn't clean it up. There's pools of oil down there.
What happened was my heat went off. There was no heat in the house, and this was in February, so it was a little chilly. So I called them, and they said there was something the matter with the hose, that it was clogged up or something. So I lost a whole tank of oil.
Where did you lose it?
I don't know.
In your basement.
No, it wasn't there when that happened.
There was so much oil in your basement that it leaked out that back door and spilled onto your driveway.
Okay, that might have happened, but when the guy came and fixed whatever it was that had to be fixed.
He put a new line on.
Yeah, I guess that's what they did.
Yeah.
And they delivered a whole tank of oil for me, and everything was fine for about a week or two. And then I don't go down there too often because it's hard for me to get down there. One day I went down there, my son was here, And it's like a line from the basement door to my washing machine that showed up really bad. And he goes, "You can't live in this house."
It's terrible. This is terrible. Let me go to work.
Okay.
I'll be talking to you
Thank
today
you so
and for the
much.
next couple of weeks, but I need
Well,
I need permission. I need somebody on the hook because I need to come out here with exhaust fans, set this up. I'll put plastic tape and I'll tape this door downstairs, make sure there's no vents coming upstairs, but I need to keep the odor down there. If I keep the odor down there, you're safe up here until that all gets cleaned up.
Well, you know, I haven't had any problems.
Well, it's because your body is used to it, which is not a good thing.
No, well,
No.
you know, I have an old body, and it's used
I
to
know
a lot of
that. I
stuff.
know. Listen, I'm like you. They don't build us like they used to.
No, I guess that's true.
Yeah. So let me get to work, and then I'll be in touch with you
Thank you
today.
so much.
All
I
right,
really
Patricia.
appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.
Don't forget. I'll call you later tonight to remind you to go back outside and lock that door.
Okay. that's
All right.
good.
And I'm gonna lock this door up here.
No, don't do that.
Don't?
Nobody can...
Okay. You're back here in the woods, though. I would be worried sick if my mom lived back here.
Why? There's nobody who can...
'Cause I don't trust people.
well, I trust people. They never be able to find that.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, you shouldn't be trusting your oil company, your burner service repair guy, or the adjuster that came out here representing you for your mortgage. Look at it all. Look at it all. Do you know how much oil has to be in that basement to leak out and come here and just puddle up? Her entire tank. So she had a 275-gallon release, and it makes me think, you know, maybe the boiler service guy screwed up. You know, there's no holes in the bottom of this tank. So how is there a sudden release of that much fuel? Maybe when they were repairing something with the line. It's terrible. What people do to get away from avoiding making a payment when there's someone who's old and can't represent themselves. That shit pisses me off. You know, as I'm driving home, I'm thinking, this whole situation infuriates me. So nobody called this in to the DEC.
Overspeed.
So anybody in this industry, if you see more than a 5-gallon spill, it's your responsibility to call this into the state within 24 hours. Otherwise, you're on the hook. So she had his insurance agent adjuster come out, who never left a business card, never left a phone number, obviously didn't call it into the spill. Her oil man, who delivers fuel, he never called it in. And then she has a burner service tech guy that just put in a new burner and replaced those oil lines. They didn't call it in. Who laid down the pads? Whoever laid down the pads was supposed to call this in. Because if they did call it in, she wouldn't have had to find me on her own. It would have went down a different path. The DEC would have been out there. And here's the thing that it just dawned on me. Did you hear, I have to go back because I didn't hear exactly, but did you hear her say that in, I think she said 2 months, her insurance, her homeowner's insurance lapses and runs out? Do you think the adjuster that came over there knew that? And knew that if she didn't make a payment or get new insurance, they're not on the hook for that remediation? That's what I think, because that's how people are. I mean, if you're an insurance agent or adjuster, it's your job to go out to assess the situation, find out the damage, the cost, assist your customer, and try to push this through and get coverage. She hasn't heard from this guy, don't even know who this guy is. But her insurance will lapse. In other words, her policy runs out in 2 months. I can't wait to get back home and sink my teeth into this. I can't wait.